Go.
Okay, my name's Laura McCann. I'm just gonna ask you a couple questions about sparkling water. You can ask however you want. No answer is wrong. Just like say your honest opinion.
Okay.
How familiar are you with sparkling water?
I'd say I'm pretty familiar. I drink at least like 3 in a week.
Okay, so you're like very familiar.
Yes.
Okay, for how long have you known about sparkling water?
I'd say probably like 7-10 years. I don't know. Most
Okay.
of my life.
So you've been drinking it for a long time.
Yeah.
So what is your like first impression of sparkling water? Like I guess since you've been drinking it so long.
I'd say it depends on my mood if I want to drink still or sparkling. I usually prefer LaCroix.
Okay. Can you like go into more depth about your first impressions of sparkling water? Like,
my first impressions about sparkling water.
since you've been drinking it for so long.
It definitely has a crisper taste. So I will usually like grab one on my way to class. If I'm not like just like drinking water for like hydration, I'm like usually drinking it for fun, I guess you could say. It's not like necessarily like for hydration, as I said before.
Okay. Overall, how satisfied are you currently with the available sparkling waters like on the market right now?
I'd say I'm pretty satisfied. I think there's great variety, so you can find whatever you want.
So why else do you feel that way besides variety? Like the flavors or?
I'd say the flavors are good. There's a large variety of the flavors, and then if you want like natural fruit, like put it in it. If you want like flavorless, if you want it canned, bottled, all those things.
A bunch of variety. Are there any specific brands of sparkling water that you like the most? And then what are those brands? And if you could please explain like why you like them the most.
I'd say, well, first and foremost, I'd say LaCroix, just because I guess I started drinking sparkling water when my parents would like get it, so they would always buy LaCroix, so then I just kind of like started drinking LaCroix. They also have like a ton of flavors, so if I want to like switch it up, I can do that. And then San Pellegrino, I like that because they're like regular, just like sparkling water that's in a glass bottle, which is nice because you can like not like reuse it, but you can like cap it back up, whereas like LaCroix's a can, like you have to open it and then it's like open. Plus the San Pellegrino has like flavors that will like added sugar in it, so if I want something a little bit more sweet, then I'll pick that.
So going off of that, which ones do you like the least?
The least?
Brand wise.
I don't think there's a brand that I like the least per se, but I personally believe that LaCroix goes flat faster. It wouldn't necessarily like stray me away like from buying the product again, but that's definitely something I take in consideration, depending on like where I'm going or like what I'm doing that day. So.
Do you think it would be because of the packaging that it goes flat quicker?
Yes.
Okay. Are there any specific features currently available to certain sparkling waters that impress you the most?
Well, recently I've heard about Spindrift, I think it's called. I've never tried it, but I think their advertising is super strategic in showing them like squeezing like real fruit and like putting it into the drink and being like, real fruit has color, like it's natural flavoring. So did that answer the question?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it was just like any specific features that like
I think that's smart.
No, that
and then
makes sense.
of course like marketing, like how the bottle looks, how it feels, how like transportable it is.
And like because it's natural, so like does that have coloring or
Okay. Yeah, like coloring versus non-coloring, flavor versus non-flavor. So
Are there any features currently available to sparkling waters that like disappoint you?
I definitely say like it going flat faster. And then I would prefer sparkling water to be in a glass bottle. So yeah, I'd say those are like the two main things.
This is kind of like going off the same question, but what, if anything, do you find frustrating or unappealing about current available sparkling water brands?
Again, like
It's
it's going like flat super quick. Just kind of like feeling pressured that I need to like drink it all right away, or like not being able to like close it up, depending upon the brand.
What are some occasions when you consume sparkling water the most? And then on those occasions, when sparkling water was not within your reach, what other but similar products did you consume?
I'd say I will mainly drink sparkling water when I'm like on my way to class, and I don't necessarily want like regular water, but I don't want to drink like soda or something like a juice. And then what was the second part of the question?
When you didn't have like that certain sparkling water brand, which other ones did you consume, or like what other products like outside of sparkling water?
I'd say I'd either just like stick with regular water, or I'd get like a smoothie, or even sometimes get like just like juice.
Like pretty like health oriented. Okay. How likely would you be able to recommend sparkling water to a family member or a friend? 1 meaning very unlikely, and 7 being very likely.
I would say 6, just because I don't think everyone enjoys sparkling water. I definitely would recommend it, but I wouldn't necessarily go out of my way to be like, you like need to try this product. It definitely depends on like the demographics. Like in college, I'd probably actually say a 7. But if I'm like at home with like my family, yeah, they already drink it, but like, I mean, I don't know. I guess like also like an older demographic, they'd be more likely to drink it, because I feel like it's just kind of been a thing at restaurants. But
other than the demographic, what else would you say? Like, why would certain people want to drink sparkling water or not? Or like, why do you think they don't like it?
I'd say just like the gas in general, like in the beverage, a lot of people don't like the taste of it, or they would just prefer like a sugar, like carbonated drink. Like a lot of people go for like soda right away. I think also like a lot of people, if they're like drinking like water, they would just like choose water.
Yeah, like,
it's like still, yeah.
And that makes sense. If you would not recommend sparkling water, what would you say to convince your best friend to not buy the sparkling water?
So if I didn't want them to buy it?
Yes. Yeah.
I would definitely bring up that, again, it goes flat fast. It is more an acquired taste. It's, you kind of have to seek it out almost. Like if you're not going to be like drinking it all the time, I wouldn't necessarily just like keep it around, because why would you, like, if you're not going to drink it. But instead of buying it, I would tell them to like ask for it like at a restaurant beforehand,
like just to try it out.
Yeah, instead of just like buying a whole pack, because usually you can't like buy them singularly, like
like
so.
More like in bulk.
Yeah, that's usually where like I find it. So
no, that makes sense. What words would you use to describe your ideal sparkling water?
I'd say my ideal sparkling water is it comes in a glass bottle. It has like appealing packaging. It doesn't go flat. And it's like refreshing.
Thank you so much.
Yes, thank you.